I'm pretty tired of conservatives gaslighting about the current political environment and Donald Trump's rhetoric when all of this escalation can be traced back to his entrance into American politics. His claim to fame was saying that Obama wasn't born in America. He was the first presidential candidate to have his crowd chant, "Lock her up," about a political opponent. You could bring up the insurrection. Even in the past few weeks, my home city of Chicago, he posted a photo of Chicago being invaded by the Department of War. So the broader point here is Donald Trump endlessly deflects and tries to blame it on the other side when he is the one responsible for amping up the tension in America. And I've spent all of my formative years throughout high school, throughout college, looking to the president, who I'm supposed to be able to look up to, and seeing somebody who's trying to place blame on the left, who's amping up the rhetoric constantly. And yeah, it's not good.
So you think it's Donald Trump's fault that a deranged leftist climbed up to the top of a building and shot up the ICE facility, not once now, but twice in Texas?
I think it's Donald Trump's fault that America has gotten to this heated place. I think that
no responsibility for the radicalization on the left that's causing this violent
That 29-year-old is radicalized by online communities and online algorithms. I'm not going to blame that directly on Trump, but he was caught in a lot of online video game algorithms and all these communities. Donald Trump,
but it's Trump's
10
fault.
years ago, Donald Trump amped up the tension in America.
So he ran 10 years ago, and this guy then 10 years later, somehow you're connecting. Can't you just take responsibility for it?
Oh,
on the left.
Let's not do the he has to take responsibility because he's a Democrat.
I'm a 22-year-old YouTuber. You want me to take no responsibility?
I want you to understand.
I'm a 22-year-old.
I want you to understand that we are in the middle of an epidemic of left-wing violence. They're attacking ICE. They shot Charlie. It's happening all over the country. We have these Free Palestine people running around trying to burn down the Pennsylvania governor's mansion. On and on
then
and
maybe
on.
The president
it's not Trump's fault
the president
that the
United
left
States
is radicalized to the point of saying, we're done talking and we're going to start
Is Trump amping down the tensions?
amping down the tensions?
Yeah, is he taking the tensions down? Is he trying to do that?
I think he's mad that his friend got murdered a few months ago.
The job of the president is to tone down the rhetoric.
Yeah, number one, on the Trump front, we need unifying leadership from the top. You didn't hear Obama, Dylan Roof shot up a black church, he's saying Amazing Grace. He didn't say, I will go after my enemies, number one. Number two, we see the data indicates otherwise. There is left-wing violence. Right-wing violence, the Cato Institute, far from some far-left liberal bastion, said 63% of the murders from political terrorism between 1975 and September 11, 2025 was from the right? Second below that is jihadists at 23%. So the data doesn't, and also the DOJ scrubbed the website that said more of the violence comes from the right. And again, I actually don't want to get into the game of blaming because I actually agree with Adam's take from the other night where he talked about the acceleration of radicalization online. There's a broader problem with young men, incel culture that's going on here. That's not just like, obviously we need our political leaders to be more representative of like positive masculinity and of not just blaming the other side. And every time there's an instance of violence saying, you know what, I'm going to prosecute Soros now. Next up, that's not the way to do it. So I think Adam's right. It comes from the top down. And I think at the same time...
So now we have two people here who are saying it's Donald Trump's fault that someone shut up an ICE facility. You literally said that.
Let me finish.
Did you agree with it?
No, what I said? I said Donald Trump created this environment over the past decade. You sat here and said, I need to take responsibility. I'm a 22-year-old YouTuber. You hold me to a higher standard than the man that
I'm
you
holding
just
you
listened
to your standard of your punditry.
Donald Trump was just vomiting vitriol out of his mouth about how the other party is weak and evil. And he just said, the party of hate, evil, and Satan. You blind yourself to that, and you're focusing on a 22-year-old YouTuber.
Since I've been in politics, I was working